Shaquille Quarterman is with us. Shaq. Like Shaquille or Shaq better?
Shaq better.
All right, what's it been like for you so far here at the University of Miami?
It wasn't as tough as a transition as I thought it would be. The staff here really made it, easy to get here and get acclimated to my classes. The toughest thing have been the workout so far, but I'm, slowly getting better with that also. So, it's all coming together.
Speaking of that transition, what were you anticipating?
Well, visiting here so much before, I really stepped foot and enrolled on campus, I had seen a lot of things that they had to do day to day. So, I kind of prepared myself for that. But I was anticipating, kind of I wouldn't say a lazy schedule, but, it was easy for the players to go to practice and have enough time to go to their classes, which I do have now. And I anticipated it being much tougher. So just preparing for that, I think I prepared very well.
You are now around guys that are older and bigger, maybe in some cases stronger, I don't know, but what's that been like?
Well, I think that's just how football is, It doesn't scare me at all, because I just want to be bigger than they are. I want to compete for a job and everything like that. So, I come in and just live to the best of my abilities and do everything the best I can so that, one day soon I look bigger than they are or faster than they are and things like that.
Being an early enrollee, what kind of impact do you think that will have for you?
I think it's very beneficial because you get acclimated to your classes, as far as, you get acclimated with the team. And I think that's really important, getting to know your teammates, because those are the same teammates that you have to run with, live with, and in the near future play with on Saturdays.
This is going to be a 4-3 defense. You're a linebacker, inside linebacker, so in this defense, perhaps middle linebacker. Right. Are you looking forward to that?
I am. Talking to Coach Diaz, saying it's going to be a very aggressive D-line, and I'm a very aggressive, linebacker, so I'm all in.
Yeah, we like to hear that. Oak Leaf High School, right. Jacksonville. Right. And the University of Miami is making some inroads in Jacksonville, and Darian Owens is from your high school. Right. So was that important in your decision that another Hurricane is from that area?
It definitely meant a lot to me. Seeing him being able to come here and progress the way he has. It really helped me out and make a decision. Whether to come here, and talking to him also helped me make a decision. Asking him, how he felt about it. He always gave me his honest opinion. So that was just, a great help towards me making the decision.
Along those lines, why was the University of Miami the best decision for you?
I think in all aspects it covered everything I needed. It's not too close to home, so I have the ability to grow up, but it's not too far away. It's also been my dream school since I was young. Academically, they're very, very prestigious. So, you can't beat the weather, so everything was just perfect.
Spring football doesn't start until March. What do you think that's going to be like when you get out there and you have the chance to put the pads on?
I think it's going to be a learning experience. Getting to play against way better competition in high school. In high school, you may play against another D1 player, but in college, everybody's D1. So it really comes down to technique and, how much you want and how disciplined you are. So I think that's going to be a big factor in it.
University of Miami has a new head coach, Mark Richt. He's won a lot of football games. What was important for you in terms of hearing from Coach Richt and knowing what his pedigree is?
Well, me and Mark Richt actually have, Coach Richt, we also have a relationship prior to him coming here. He was the reason I almost committed to Georgia, when I was going through the recruitment process. So Miami getting him was kind of like a dream come true, as, we still, remember the talks we had back then, and he was still very interested in me. And just him being the man that he is just made it, a really good situation to be in, this school, needing linebackers due to injury and things like that. And him bringing in a great staff, it was just a complete plan that it seemed like it was just a blessing for me.
What do you think, when you put the pads on, what do you think will be some of the things that you're going to be able to do well?
Deciphering plays, especially run plays, pulling guards or wrapping tackles, I think I do that very well. I always spend a lot of time in the film room, and that's one thing that Coach Diaz picked up on and asked me, he asked, who coached you how to do things like that, and I would tell him how, and he'll just get very excited about it.
You like to study the game?
Oh, yes, sir.
Is it a fun part of the game for you?
I think it is. You get to know a player, opposition before you even get to see him on the field. You get to know their tendencies, because the film doesn't lie. Word of mouth, oh, he's good, he's this, but the film does not lie. So If you want to know how good a person is, you check the film.
What do you think will be the areas where you want to develop? What are some of the things you want to develop?
So I think pad level and really using my hands to shed blocks is going to be very imperative to my success in the collegiate level. And I think pass dropping, that was one thing I got knocked for in high school, is that they thought I couldn't, move and cover space in the pass. So I look to get better at that.
This is a very important time for the University of Miami. It's the recruiting time. You're here early. Some other guys are here early. The cavalry's coming in today as well. What do you think might want to say to some of your future teammates?
Buckle up. I hope you prepare for this, and it takes a lot to be a winner. Everybody wants it, but nobody is willing to put in the work for it. So if you're willing to put in the work, then you can expect to be successful.
What do you think it means to be a Miami Hurricane?
I think it means carrying a tradition. Everybody speaks about how we were, but I don't think people realize if we just got back to doing what we used to do, competing like never before in practice to make the games easier, I think that'll go a long way.
When you have an opportunity at night, perhaps close your eyes and visualize how your freshman season starts to play out. What do you see?
I see a lot of success. I think in order to be a success, you have to expect it and work for it. And I'm definitely working for it. Working as hard as I can in the weight room, and so that's what I see.
Shaq Quarterman, I see a very bright future for you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.